Hello friends, my name is Vas Solo. Welcome to Why Spirit Matters. Today's video is about the relationship between failure and success. When I was a teenager, I loved skateboarding. And from time to time, I'll still watch skateboarding videos because I appreciate the skills that it takes to do something like this. To me, skateboarding is an art, and watching it is like watching a dangerous ballet, because skaters don't always make the trick, and when they don't, this happens. So what does skateboarding have to do with the topic of today's video? Keep watching to find out. There's a lot we can learn from skateboarders about what it takes to become successful. First of all, the amount of punishment these guys take to get good at their craft is analogous to any human endeavor, because no one succeeds without first failing many times in the process. To succeed, you first have to fail. And I know this isn't a groundbreaking idea, and I'm sure you've heard it before, but perhaps you need to hear it again. Because it's easy to forget this when we're chasing after our dreams and it's just not going our way. I've been there. I am there. It sucks. But we can't let that deter us.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer.
For example, I knew someone very wealthy and very successful who told me that his business didn't make any money in the first 5 years. Remember that next time you feel like quitting. In order to achieve anything worthwhile, we have to be relentless. We have to keep sending that energy out into the world again and again and again until we finally get a response. And we will get a response. All of a sudden, the right opportunity will present itself, and by that point, we'll be ready for it. We think we want that opportunity now, but what if we're not ready? What if we haven't failed enough times to learn the lessons we need to learn? The first time that I went to a 12-step meeting, the program of recovery completely flew over my head because I wasn't ready for it. But when I came back 3 years later and I started working the steps, I recovered. All of my failures to quit on my own prepared me for that success. So if you're trying to achieve something, don't expect it to just fall in your lap. Show up, work hard, and accept that you're going to fail before achieving success. Failure can also help you determine whether you're on the right path. For example, it usually takes someone 5 to 10 years to become a professional skateboarder. And in the process of getting there, the number of tricks that they miss far exceeds the number of tricks that they land. When I was skateboarding, I enjoyed it, but I knew I'd never be a professional because I reached a certain point where the risk of it became far greater than the reward. I wasn't willing to take any more punishment just to get better. And that's how I knew it was just a hobby. If failure makes you lose your motivation, then it's probably not for you. But if it motivates you to work even harder, that's usually a good sign. Like Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Him and his team of researchers tested more than 3,000 designs before one of them worked. But when you find something that motivates you so much that failure doesn't scare you, you're on the right track. Even if it's not exactly what you're meant to do, you're in the ballpark. And if you stick with it, eventually you'll reach your goal. Think of it in terms of aiming at a target. Once you've found the right target, as long as you keep firing arrows at it, eventually you'll hit the bullseye. Because each arrow you launch helps you improve your aim. And if you're someone that hasn't found their calling yet, keep looking or start looking. Don't just sit on your hands. Be proactive. Try different things out. Hire a life coach. Make the effort. If you do, life will meet you halfway. And you'll know when you find your calling because when you start failing, you're not going to want to quit. And that brings me to my final point about failure and success. What struck me the other day when I was watching a skateboarding video is how good skaters are at avoiding getting seriously hurt when they don't make the trick. See, the truth is that successful people aren't immune to failure. They still fail all the time, but they know how to fail skillfully. For example, a great musician might mess up a song and we wouldn't even know it because they're that good at playing their instrument. When we master something, it affords us to take bigger risks. And the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Mastering something can also help us turn a failure into a success. Like Steve Jobs, who started Apple computers in his garage. He was then later fired by his own company and then rehired back several years later, and then he turned Apple into the successful company that it is today. The key to success is not avoiding failure. It's learning from it and not letting it stop you as you move toward your goal. Thankfully, life doesn't just hand us success without us having to struggle for it. Otherwise, we wouldn't appreciate it when it does come. So keep that in mind on your own personal journey. Don't become so fixated on the goal that you forget to enjoy what you're doing. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I'd love to hear from you in the comments about your big dreams and how you deal with your failures. Post those down below. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.